for Dr. J.
No. National media.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, because one of the things I've noticed this week during this whole crisis is the wonderful spin jobs they're doing. And it's so blatant.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching all kinds of stuff. I watched little Fox News. I watched little CNN. I haven't watched MSNBC because I didn't want to get pissed off. Now I know that's ironic because I watched Fox News. But the thing is, the stuff that I watched on Fox News, I went into it knowing pretty much how they were going to cover it. I just wanted to see it. With CNN, it was by happenstance because we were watching we wanted to see what was going on, and we just happened to go across CNN, and I ended up on Anderson Cooper. And
yes.
did you get a chance to watch the Short Files number 5?
No, but I started watching episode 3 today.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
What's the Short Files number 5?
Short Files number 5, I basically break down Monday night's Anderson Cooper 360 because as soon as it went off, I ran in here and started taping so I could get it before I forgot it.
Was it good?
What I did was broke it down rhetorically and explained what he did, when he did it, and how he did it.
Was it biased?
Anderson Cooper, yes.
Anderson Cooper?
It was so blatant. And I was sitting there, we were watching it, and I was like, I got to do something because this is what I teach in class.
That's not what he normally does, though.
I know. That's what was surprising, and that's why I wanted to do it like that quickly and so bad because I knew that this is not the norm. Cooper doesn't do this stuff that often. But he was like, yeah, you go watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Well, you've got the ethical question. In a time like this, the ethical question is there a moment when it's okay for journalists to exercise political bias?
No.
If it were so if it's 1940 in Germany, does a journalist have an obligation to be political? And I'd say the answer is yes. Murrow got political.
Well, yeah.
Murrow was trying to take down McCarthy.
Yeah, Murrow didn't really get political. What Murrow did was he went after the institution of McCarthyism.
He had an agenda.
Yeah.
And thankfully, he succeeded. So that begs the question, in times of extreme crisis, are journalists obliged to choose a side? And what happens if they don't?
Well, so what I
record this information. We can do this.
We're recording. I'm not even going to worry about it. We're going. It's time for Dr. J. There, we got it.
Now it's time for Dr. J. Anyway, go ahead.
What I did, yeah, when you go and watch it, what I'm doing is showing you, just breaking down how he's building his narrative and how he's actually twisting it to his political gain. So I would answer your question with 2 answers. Yes, there is an obligation to do that. But there is a line.
Yeah.
You know? And what our national media has done this week has crossed that line.
They're not just presenting facts anymore to prove that the other side is moronic.
Exactly.
they're interpreting the facts.
Yep. Have you been watching any of it?
I've been
Like I said, I haven't watched MSNBC because I knew I would get pissed off. And let me just clarify for those out there who are watching this. I'm not a conservative.
No.
So, but
Rachel
when you talk about spin machines, you've got, okay, so this is my right hand. Even though it's on the left. Well, we'll do this. So it'll be on.
You're right. That's right.
This is right. Okay. So
No, that's left.
this,
There you go.
all right.
Right.
Here's your Fox News on the right. Here's your MSC on the left. CNN's like out here.
NPR is
somewhere, I would say about right here, center left.
center left. Yeah.
Yeah, center left. And and MSNBC actually has gotten so good at spin. They've gotten better than Fox News. Fox News is almost a comedy show sometimes. But MSNBC has gotten so good at spin that people will, at the top of their lungs, defend Maddow and Hayes and
It used to be Oberman.
Huh?
It used to be Oberman.
I know.
And Morning Joe is their attempt to look like they're unbiased.
Yeah, but the thing is
he's just as liberal as everybody else.
I know. Well, he's got Mika sitting right there shooting the stank face the whole time.
I mean, I like Joe Scarborough a lot, and I think he's probably a moderate, but he's in a position where he's going to sound more liberal than he probably is because of the co-hosts he had.
Yeah.
And he's so angry.
Yeah. I will tell you,
angry.
Some of the best op-eds in the Washington Post are written by Joe Scarborough.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
He's absolutely wonderful. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know, but when I watch, and I'm a Marxist. I'm pretty far out there. But when I watch someone like Rachel Maddow, my blood starts to boil. It's just like, you're not even trying. You're not even trying, right? I mean, Murrow had an agenda, and he was doing it to save the country.
And see, that's the thing. And that's what I wanted to articulate something like that, but I couldn't figure out how to do it when you were talking about Murrow.
But he does it by saying, here's the argument.
Yeah.
Here are all the facts.
Yeah.
This is exactly what's going on. Now, what do we do?
Yeah.
Opposed to Maddow, who just starts by twisting facts.
Right, which is what Hannity does.
Yes.
And that's what
does Hannity start out with facts?
Well, they're facts to him.
See, I don't know.
Same thing. You
I don't know that they all.
Maddow starts off with facts to her. I mean, anybody. This is one of the problems with the internet now. You can go out and get whatever facts you want.
Yep.
Just Google it.
I told you, overseas in the UK, newspapers are fairly openly political.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows it. They're not hiding it. They come out and say it, so it's okay. What makes American media so problematic is they will tell you to your face, we're objective. Or in Fox's case, fair and balanced. I don't even think they say that anymore.
They don't do that anymore. No, they dropped that in like the 2000s.
and I think honestly that it's a question of I don't know why they hide it the way they do. And then one of my brother-in-law, as a matter of fact, got into it with his my wife's conservative cousins and uncle about what happened on the steps of the church.
Uh-huh.
Dispersing the peaceful protesters.
Yeah.
And what really irritates me about that, and I'll just go ahead and get this out there, it was an Episcopal church, dude.
I know.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to go there with your conservative agenda and use the Episcopal church and wave a Bible around. You've gone to the wrong church.
Well,
that is the only Bible near that church, I can assure you.
And I pointed out in the short files when I was talking about that, I was like, because Anderson Cooper had the archbishop of the diocese on that night. Less than an hour after it happened, he had her on the phone.
Yeah, the bishop of the
And I point out, I was like, so he goes to the church that's run by a woman, no less. There's
Yep.
no irony there at all.
I don't know how liberal that church is, but I'm sure the bishop of the diocese is pretty left.
Yeah. Well, it's a woman.
Yeah. We like that. We like ordaining women.
Yeah.
We're
There are a
fans.
lot of Southern Baptists that probably curled their toes when they saw that.
Sure.
Well, they need Trump over there just so they can straighten their shit out.
But they got into it over this issue, and he pointed out that one of the people that they dispersed was a priest.
Yeah.
And how these were
Yeah, he was out there giving alms or something, right?
He was, I don't know what he was doing, because I haven't seen the footage, but my wife's cousin didn't believe it because it wasn't on Fox News.
Yeah.
And they were trying to convince my brother-in-law that he needed to watch Fox News, and he said, I watch all of them. But he said, but I've seen the video. And the journalists actually recorded. But that's not enough for my wife's cousin. He will not trust it unless he sees it on Fox News. This is willful ignorance. And what Fox News has done and MSNBC has done is they have duped an audience into believing that they're right and everybody else is wrong.
Yeah.
And they've done it by saying we're objective.
Yeah.
And I know they're not objective, and I know that because whenever I watch Fox, I get angry.
Yeah.
And whenever I watch a more liberal news outlet, I'm like, that's right. And then I stop myself and say, okay, why do I like this so much?
Uh-huh.
You know, unless if I watch NewsHour, and I've talked about NewsHour before on PBS, it's boring because they're just telling you this is the stuff that happened.
It's supposed to be boring. It's the
Yes.
freaking news.
Yes, because it's not sensationalized.
Yeah.
It's not. So all of my experience with what's going on right now is through the lens of NPR and BBC. That's it. No, I don't know. It's so good though. I want barbecue right now. And corn nuggets. Oh, if you've never had them, man, they're all over the mountains. It's good stuff. They're
Check it out.
It's great.
All right. Let's wrap it up. This has been the Dr. J show. This has been the Optic Poet with Dr. J. We'll do this again next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. See you, bud.
See ya.
Now it's time for Dr. J.